This is the video demonstration of the North Carolina National Guard recruiting web mapping application. In this demonstration, we're going to show the use of some of the widgets and some of the other functions of the application. First, we have an About widget here, which gives the purpose of the application as well as provides some information about the widgets provided. We have a legend that shows all the layers that are currently visible. A layer list, which shows all the layers that are included in the application. And we have a print widget here down at the bottom, which the user can create a new title, choose several different layout types, format types, and there's also advanced options as well. There are two links included in this application, one to the North Carolina National Guard recruiting website and the other to LoopNet Commercial Real Estate. And the LoopNet Commercial Real Estate site will allow the user to identify commercial properties that are for sale or lease inside Wake County after they've discovered an area that they're interested in. So let's look at office for lease, and let's say we want to look at zip code 27606 in Raleigh. Search, and this will show all the properties in that zip code. Alright, back to the application. So now we'll start with the age, gender, ethnicity widget. This allows the user to search by ethnicity, age, and gender. So we have 4 different ethnicity layers, and you could also use the education attainment layer in this search, but we'll stick with the demographic layers. So we'll go with white males, and here's our expression. It's M18 to 19, which means males 18 to 19 years old. You can take a look at the help link, which has all the expressions you need and definitions. F represents female, and you can just do a copy paste for whichever expression you'd like to use. Go back to the window, the widget, paste it in there. Say we want to look for census tracts with over 100 white males 18 to 19 years old. Hit the execute button and it will highlight all the census tracts that meet that criteria. So if we look at this census tract down here, we see we have 1,102 white males 18 to 19 years old, and it also shows all the other categories in the census tract as well. And that can be done for any of the 4 demographic layers or ethnicity layers. So that's the age, gender, ethnicity widget. We can move on to the education attainment widget, which allows the user to search census tracts by highest level of education attainment. And most of these results will be in percentages. So again, you can use the help link to get our expression that we want. All the bold expressions are here, and then their definitions are to the right. So for this, let's look at females with some college. Copy that, put it in our expression, and we'll say maybe 40%. We're looking for this expression, we're looking for census tracts with the female population with 40% with some college. Hit execute. So we have several census tracts here that meet that criteria. So here we are, females with some college, actually 62% in this area. And that's females population 18 to 24. And you can see the population numbers right here. So there's 179 females in this age group, and 62% of them have some college education. And then again, we can do that with any expression we'd like from the help link. And that is the education attainment widget. So if we want to zoom back in, we can just hit our home button. There we are. And then the edit widget allows the user to add proposed recruiting stations anywhere on the map. So click on the icon here, click point, and say we like to this area here. Close it. Close the edit window, and now we have a proposed recruiting station here in northern Wake County. Now we can use the analysis widget to create a buffer around that proposed recruiting station and see which census tracts intersect that buffer. So we have proposed recruiting stations as the input. Let's say we'll set the buffer at 2 miles, and we'll look at black males and females. Hit execute. So then that creates the station buffer layer and the buffer intersect layer. We'll come over to the layer list, go to the buffer intersect, and hit open attribute table. Close that now. And we see it's only in one census tract. So we have very few males that meet our criteria and very few females that meet this criteria. Probably not a very good location for proposed recruiting station. So we can remove that, coming over here, deleting those operational layers, close out of that. We can come back and hit the edit widget, go to select that recruiting station and delete it. There we go. And then we can do it again in another place if we'd like, and run the analysis again. Finally, we have the attribute table, which I've already shown previously. And we can click through to look at all the different layers here and look at the attributes of those. So also in this web mapping application, we have high schools and universities displayed. We'll show those quick. So we have a college here, Wake Early College of Health and Sciences. Let's see what else we have. Enloe High School. And then we have website information for all the high schools. And it'll take you to the actual high school website. And some of the high schools in the area actually have an ROTC program, which a recruiter can coordinate with them to conduct recruiting events at the high school. Could be another nice option for the recruiters using this tool. Go back to the home. And here we have the Esri World Geocoder that we could use to find points of interest. So type in Crabtree Valley Mall, identify that area. There you go. This concludes the video demonstration for the North Carolina National Guard recruiting web mapping application.